In this episode of How to Shoot Video for Your Business, I'm talking about our video production process, what we run through every single project we run, and how that might be applicable to your next video project. If that's of interest, then roll the bumper. G'day guys, if you're new here, my name is Bruce Garrett. I'm the owner of GINGERBEARD Media. We're a video production company based in Perth, Western Australia, but this video series is entitled How to Shoot Video for Your Business, and you wouldn't be surprised that the title is indicative of what we do. We're all about education for free, teaching you how to use video to market your business in a better way. How to Shoot Video for Your Business is on YouTube, it's a Facebook group or a podcast, so pretty much any platform you would want to consume this content, you can find us. Just as usual, do those social things like, follow, subscribe, and all that schmozzle. In this episode of How to Shoot Video for Your Business, I'm talking about our filming process from beginning to end, what we run through with all of our clients. Now, it is completely scalable depending on the size of production, from really small stuff like these videos all the way up to our big corporate professional productions. And if there's a process that we run that's useful for us, then the truth is that it's probably useful for you and the videos that you and your business are shooting and creating now. In our first step, we start to develop a scope. Is this a one-off video? Is it a series of videos? How is it going to be used? What are the key messages? What are the barriers and obstacles? What's the logistics of filming? Where are we going to put this video out to? We're basically trying to understand the scope of the work from a simple starting idea, building it into a full concept that we are familiar with. In the second step of our pre-production planning, we start to move into the paperwork side. So we're looking at shot plans and scripts, and these are completely scalable. For something like this, I may write a series of dot points that I just want to cover and I'll ad-lib. But for other productions, we may be talking about a full teleprompted script or perhaps an acted piece as we start to look at, what we're going to shoot and how we're going to communicate that. I've talked about the importance of planning so many times in these episodes, and I'm not going to stop today. Planning is so important to make sure that you have a successful video. The truth is, it's a bit like building a foundation for a house. If you just go and start putting walls up, sure, it looks good, but the truth is your house is probably going to collapse pretty quickly. So making sure that you've dug deep and got really solid foundations is really important in both house building and video production. Step 3 is production. We're finally here, we're finally going to shoot something, and the truth is that most people just try and jump and skip to this part. And trust me, if I didn't say it enough in the last section, you really don't want to do that. When you get to filming, you really should be relying upon what you did in your planning stages. You should be sticking about 90-95% to the plan to make sure that you stay on time. If you've got a budget, you're staying to that, and just basically you're making the most and moving through what you need to get through. Now you'll notice that I said 90-95%, and the reason for that is things always change when you start to shoot. You can never run a shoot exactly to plan. I will guarantee you that something will come up that you didn't anticipate. I've run shoots where we've had planes going overhead and we've had to stop filming, where we've had toilets down the end of a corridor that we can hear on audio that they're flushing. We haven't been able to get into the space that was originally provided. And that's why I say you need to be on plan 90-95% of the time, because the truth is that things change and you need to be flexible and adaptable to that. In our fourth process step, we're moving into post-production. So we're starting to edit. And this is usually where most people will just grab the footage and then start piecing things together as they see fit. And the truth here is that what we will do is spend a lot of time going back to the original plans. We're obviously working with clients, and what they've signed off on is the original plans. And so it's important that we deliver what was originally agreed. Now for your productions, it should roughly be the same. The difference is that you are the client and the content creator, which means that you do have a degree of flexibility. You don't have to go back and get things approved like we would. However, I would suggest sticking to the plan that you originally made. There was a reason that it was done a certain way and you had thought and process behind that. Sticking to paperwork really will cut down your editing time quite a lot because you don't have to think quite so much because you've already got a plan written for you. Our fifth step before we go to use any video that we've created is around reviews and changes. So for us, we would typically send our videos out to clients for approval. They would review them, make any comments, and we would go back and forth and make sure we capture those changes. Now, as a business owner, this might not be applicable completely to you because you're probably producing your own content, but the truth is that it is a good idea to send it out to somebody who knows your business, who knows you, who can support you, has a good eye for detail, because they might just spot something in your edit, in your filming, that you haven't noticed, and you would want to make changes before it goes out on a more public basis. Our sixth step is obviously delivery and use. So normally for us, we would hand all of our files over, those finalized video files, to our clients for them to use, provide some guidance as to how they're going to use them, because perhaps we've done certain formats, maybe for social, maybe for website, so they just need to be generally aware. Now for you guys who are shooting and using your own media, obviously you can put that media into use straight away. But a couple of small tips, if I may. First one is make sure you have backups. Make sure you're well organized and you keep those files somewhere sensible and backed up, because things do happen. But keeping your files organized means that you can also make sure that you use them on a regular basis. I can't tell you how many clients that we've worked with, and I've also spoken to other clients who create their own media, who kind of take that media, file it nice and neat and tidy, and then forget about it. And if you're not putting it out there, if you're not using it on a regular basis, then you're losing the value of the time, effort, and energy that you've just put in those other 5 steps to create this piece of content. So there you go, that is our 6-step process that we go through with every one of our video projects, and I'd suggest that you do the same for yours. As ever, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if you have, do the usual socials. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a subscribe, because it really does help us get our message and free education out to other business owners who are looking to shoot their own media for their business. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Gingerbeard Media, get on beard.